Hello guys, in today's video we are taking a look at Superman's son Jonathan Kent. Present-day Superboy and the future Superman. John Kent, also known as Jonathan Samuel Kent, is a character appearing in American comic books published by DC Comics. Created by Dan Jurgens, he first appeared in Convergence. Superman number 2, July 2015. The son of Superman Clark Kent and Lois Lane, John is the newest character in the DC universe to assume the superhero persona of Superboy. The character was created by writer-artist Dan Jurgens and first appeared in the DC Comics Convergence event in the miniseries Convergence. Superman number 2, July 2015. He is half Kryptonian and half human. John is the firstborn son of post-crisis Superman Clark Kent and Lois Lane. His parents named him in honor of both of his grandfathers, Jonathan Kent and Samuel Lane. On the character, Dan Jurgens said, "The way I describe him is that he looks like Clark, but has Lois's Spitfire attitude and inquisitiveness." Jurgens also explains, "Lots of people might expect John to be something like his dad's younger self, but it would be a bit of a mistake. His parents are not Jonathan and Martha Kent. It's Lois and Clark. They're different people with different ways of parenting." Following Convergence, he appeared in the 8-issue comic book series Superman, Lois and Clark, as a child who begins to develop superpowers of his own. In the 2016 DC Rebirth, John appears with his parents in Action Comics and Superman, when his father became the new Superman in DC Comics. John's origins are reckoned in the story arc Superman Reborn. In the 4-part story, 2 different versions of Superman and Lois Lane, the New 52 and Post-Crisis, are merged into one complete version, creating a new DC universe and a new origin story for John. John is the most recent character in DC Comics to assume the mantle of Superboy. He was officially introduced as Superboy in Superman Vol. 4 number 6, November 2016. He co-stars with Damian Wayne in the Super Sons comic books as Superboy and Robin. The duo first met in the Superman 2-part story, In the Name of the Father, and was described as a prologue to the Super Sons series. In 2019, the character joins the Legion of Superheroes in the 31st century and is appearing in the comic book series Legion of Superheroes by writer Brian Michael Bendis and artist Ryan Sook. Like his father Superman, John has a civilian disguise, which includes a pair of glasses and/or a baseball cap. He first appeared in his Superboy attire in Superman Vol. 4 number 2, September 2016. His Superboy outfit consists of red sneakers, blue jeans, zippered jacket with the S shield, and cape attached to the back. On designing John's Superboy costume, artist Jorge Jimenez said, "I started trying out some of the more classic designs as a mini homage to the classic Superman, but the guys at DC wanted to experiment with something more casual, as those are the designs that have been working better recently. We are also looking at an incomplete Superboy. He's not super yet, so it's reasonable to say that if he's only half super, that he should have clothing that's half super. So we started to play around with clothing that I see as popular right now with teenagers. For example, tight ripped jeans, at least in Spain, are very popular right now, and I think they give a lot of mobility to the character when I draw him on the page. I've also used a popular shoe design. I must mention that I like putting effort into what I wear personally, so this way I was able to add a bit of myself to the character. The short length of the cape gives it a younger look, and the zipped hoodie I did that thinking they might make a real version for people to wear. I also think that this aesthetic could make a connection with the younger readers." In Superman Vol. 4 number 9, December 2016, it was stated that John is 10 years old. During the 2019 story arc The Unity Saga, The House of L, John was aged up to 17 years old and given a new Superboy Kryptonian suit of armor.
Also, only a small percentage of people that watch my videos are actually subscribed, so if you end up enjoying this video, consider subscribing. You can always change your mind. Enjoy the video.
In the 2015 DC Comics Convergence storyline, Brainiac gains access to Vanishing Point, which allows him to gain the ability to look back into the histories of the DC universe. He collects cities and inhabitants from various timelines that have ended, trapping them in domes on a planet outside of time and space. When the Flashpoint resets the DC continuity, Superman and Lois Lane from the post-crisis continuity have been trapped on the planet Telos in their world's Gotham City, with the city having been transported there by Brainiac and sealed under a large dome. The couple are trapped in the city for almost 9 months, and as Superman's powers are suppressed during this time, he and Lois are able to conceive the child. During the event, Superman manages to get Lois out of danger and into safety after she has been kidnapped by a mentally unstable Flashpoint Superman and helps her with the birth of their son Jonathan. At the end of the Convergence arc, Superman, Lois, and Jonathan travel across time and dimensions along with the pre-crisis versions of Supergirl and The Flash, and the zero-hour version of Parallax, where they are able to prevent the events of Crisis on Infinite Earths and save the original multiverse. Afterward, with their own world no longer existing, Brainiac offers to send Superman, Lois, and Jonathan to a universe of their choosing. In the series Superman, Lois and Clark, after Convergence, the Kent family arrive during the beginning of the New 52. Superman and his family live in secrecy for many years, moving to California and adopting new identities, taking the surname White, a tribute to Perry White, and keeping a low profile. They stay out of the lives of this world superheroes, with Lois becoming an anonymous author, while Superman continues his superhero duty quietly behind the scenes. John grows up in a normal life with his parents and is unaware of their real identities and secret activities. He begins noticing contradictions in his parents' stories and begins to suspect that his parents are more than they claim. John is eventually shown starting to develop superpowers of his own similar to those of his father, Superman. After he and his mother were kidnapped and almost killed by Intergang, his parents finally reveal their true origin to him. In June 2016, DC Comics relaunched its entire line of comic book series with DC Rebirth. DC once again re-established the post-crisis Superman as the Superman in DC Comics, along with his wife, Lois Lane, and their son Jonathan Kent. In the Son of Superman story arc, the Kent family relocate from California to a farm in Hamilton County. At the farm, John tries to save the family cat from a hawk, but accidentally kills both animals. Clark decides to take John on a mission. Arriving in the Arctic together, with his father's encouragement, John successfully helps Superman rescue a submarine attacked by an enteroctopus. Afterward, father and son have a long conversation about superhero responsibilities, and that soon John will have to embrace the superhero mantle himself. Back at home, John falls off a tree and becomes unconscious. Clark and Lois decide to take him to the Fortress of Solitude. At the fortress, the Kent family is met by the Eradicator, who informs Superman that he is one of a series of robots created by General Zod to seek out and arrest Kryptonian criminals, extract their life force, and transfer them to a Phantom Zone projector, where they will await trial with their bodies, placed in cryo chambers. The Eradicator witnessed the destruction of Krypton. Part of his protocol is finding Kryptonian survivors. He eventually found Superman in the Earth solar system, including his son. The Eradicator tells Superman he can rebuild Krypton, but because his son is half-human, his human genome will have to be eradicated for Krypton to stay true and pure. He attempts to ingest John. Superman fights the Eradicator. After some reassurance from his mother that he has the best of both worlds and has the ability to do great things, John joins his father in the fight against the Eradicator. With the combined forces of Superman and Son, the Eradicator's outer shell is shattered, releasing the Kryptonian souls he has captured and causing a massive explosion in the fortress. Superman and his family are teleported into a bar in Metropolis. The Kryptonian spirits decide to help Superman and allow themselves to be reabsorbed by the Eradicator, while Superman puts Lois and John inside a fully equipped submersible and escapes with his family to Batman's secret Batcave on the moon. The Eradicator soon arrives in the Batcave and continues his battle with Superman. During the battle, the Eradicator absorbs Superman and begins to search for John in the cave. Lois finds and puts on Batman's helmet armor and battles the Eradicator with John joining the fight. Superman eventually escapes the Eradicator. The entire Kent family fight the Eradicator, who is finally destroyed. Later, after returning to the family farm, Clark gives John a pair of glasses and a hat as John's new civilian disguise. He takes John to the Watchtower and officially introduces him as Superboy to the Justice League. In the two-part story In the Name of the Father, when Christmas break starts, John explores the Dead Man's Swamp. He encounters Maya Dukert and Goliath, sent by Damian Wayne to spy on Superboy, and is taken to Gotham City sedated and restricted by Damian, who distrusts him. Batman finds them and orders Damian to release Superboy before an enraged Superman arrives. After a brief confrontation, Batman takes them to the Batcave and runs a diagnosis on John's DNA for further analysis. John tries to befriend Damian, but Damian taunts him for incinerating the family cat, instigating a fight between them that destroys the genetics lab. Batman and Superman send them to a mountain boot camp, where John and Damian have to face several tests and challenges. After some initial conflict, the duo eventually learns to work together. John's origins are reckoned in the four-part story Superman Reborn. John is kidnapped by Mr. Mxyzptlk and taken to the fifth dimension. As Superman and Lois race to his rescue, John encounters the spirits of the deceased New 52 versions of Superman and Lois and begs them to help. Taking their power in his hands, John attacks Quincas and accidentally transforms his parents into their New 52 counterparts. Though they no longer remember him, John manages to get them to remember who they truly are and their love for each other. The two versions of Superman and Lois merge, forming a new, complete version of Superman and Lois and rewriting the DC Universe's history. In this new reality, Clark and Lois conceived John shortly after they got married after the death of Superman. Lois ran afoul of a ring of armed smugglers who blew up the Kent's apartment in an attempt on her life. Fearing for Lois's life, the couple left Metropolis, and Lois gave birth to John in the Fortress of Solitude. Clark and Lois then took sabbaticals and moved to California to raise John. They eventually moved to Hamilton County and went back to work at the Daily Planet. When John's grandfather Jor-El visited the Kent family, he offers to take John on a trip to better educate him about the known universe. Lois and Clark initially refuse, but John reveals his fears and insecurities to his parents, and this could be an opportunity to understand himself better. Lois agrees to go with them, but doesn't stay with John and Jor-El for long. While Lois soon returned to Earth, John and Jor-El traveled through space for some time afterward until their ship suddenly fell into a black hole. John found himself on Earth 3, where he was quickly taken prisoner by Ultraman. After being imprisoned in a volcano for years, John was eventually rescued by Jor-El and sent back to Earth, finding that while years have passed for him, only 3 weeks have passed on Earth since he left. Following a battle against Rogol-Zar, the houses of El and Zod meet with the heads of several planets to discuss Zar's and Jor-El's roles in Krypton's destruction. John suggests forming the United Planets, and a legion of superheroes appears and offers John a membership in their ranks. The first superpower Jonathan developed was super hearing. Other powers, invulnerability and superhuman strength, began to manifest when both he and his mother were put in danger. He has also been shown to have heat vision. In Superman Vol. For number 3, it's revealed that because of John's unique human and Kryptonian genomes, his powers are still developing and adapting, resulting in a lack of consistency in his invulnerability, which means sometimes he is vulnerable to injury and can still get hurt, even if all of his other powers are active. However, John's power instability was, in fact, the result of Manchester Black's manipulation. After Black is defeated, John's powers are restored to normal. According to Batman, John's mixed biology could have the potential of him becoming more powerful than his father, Superman. Due to John's young age, his powers and control often fluctuate with his emotions. He is shown to have developed X-ray vision in Trinity Vol. 2 number 1, freezing breath in Superman Vol. 4 number 10, super speed and enhanced vision in Action Comics number 966, super breath in Super Sons number 4, flight in Superman Vol. 4 number 25, and the super flare in Super Sons number 11. In the 2-part story, Superman. Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow, which told the final story of the Silver Age Superman. After his last battle, Superman removed his powers using gold kryptonite. He settled down and married Lois, and lived an anonymous normal life under the alias Jordan Elliott. He and Lois had a son named Jonathan, who inherited his father's superpower. In the Elseworlds graphic novel Son of Superman, John Kent is a 15-year-old teenage boy who never knew his father Clark Kent, or that he was the superhero, Superman, as his father disappeared before he was born. When a solar storm's radiation triggers his Kryptonian powers, he learns the truth about his father from his mother Lois Lane. John dons a costume inspired by his father's, and later successfully rescues his father from a secret facility where he is being held as a prisoner. Superman reunites with his family. When it's revealed that Lex Luthor was responsible for Superman's capture, John teams up with his father to stop Lex. After a prolonged battle, Lex is defeated. Superman decides to temporarily retire from being a superhero and focus more on his family. This leads John to be the first of a new generation of superheroes. Thanks for watching my videos and have a nice day.